So that is a great question. And when you do analysis, there's two types. There's static analysis and there's dynamic analysis. Static says that if I take a swing at Ken's face, I'm gonna knock you out. Dynamic says that if I take a swing at Ken's face, he's gonna move. So dynamic to me is fluid, that in response to proactive and reactive, but in response to situations, what are you doing to engage your children to get their maximum potential from them? So too often, as you just said, that we want to focus on the restrictive, the discipline, the boundaries that we need to set. But as a man of faith, I think it's my job as a dynamic dad to recognize the potential and the greatness of each of these individuals that have been put under my care and helping them to realize that potential. A dynamic dad who is someone who's fluid to situations, but also brings out the best in their children. Fatherhood is so important to me is that what I understand, especially as a black man in this country, I've said this publicly and I'll say it privately, that I truly believe that our generation, and I'm kind of right on the tipping point of the baby boomers, but to be in a position where you are cognitive enough and spiritually free enough to love properly without the maladaptive psychological and sociological coping mechanisms that we carry from the legacy of our history in this country. So I've never laid a hat on my kids. It's just not going to happen because I believe that is maladaptive. I think there's a better way to do it. Fatherhood is important to me is that I don't think that any of our or very few of our forebearing generations were in a position where they could look at this situation to understand what needs to be done to ensure the best outcomes, not only for us, for our kids, for our families, and that dissipates out to our communities and blacks as a whole. We all carry scars. We all carry battle wounds, imparted on us by people who were supposed to care for us. Your job as a new father is to acknowledge those, to move beyond them, and make sure that none of those detriments are passed on to your lineage. That I see a lot of pain in our community that we still carry and then impart onto our own children. Young fathers do whatever it takes to break the cycle, whatever that cycle is, inside of your own family, which again dissipates out to our community. My name is Jank Morton, and hopefully, my name is Jank Morton, and I'm a dynamic dad.